When my kids graduated from high school, I was going to sell everything and move to a foreign country and work in an orphanage. My church started promoting foster care here locally, and I thought, I can begin, serving kids now.
My work brings me into a lot of broken homes. God just kind of worked in my heart and said, it's time for you to do something about this. Don't just feel bad about it. Don't just look at it. Do something about it. So I went home and breached the conversation to Carrie, and turns out she had been waiting on me, so typical.
A favorite moment I had with one of my kids is I had a 12-year-old girl move in with me, and she was a selective mute. She had not talked to anybody besides her family for the last 9 years. And she lived with me a little over a year, and a couple weeks before she moved out, she started talking to me. And then she continued to talk to everybody. So that was just a huge thing, because I know, there was some trauma in her life when she was little, and that stopped her from talking. So just to see that change in her was amazing.
I think it's pretty much what you think it is. You're taking care of someone else's children who a lot of times have had trauma.
Knowing that you're going to have to unconditionally love, at the same time be ready to give them back to God.
We just did not realize the hole that every child leaves when they leave, because even if you get more children, that particular personality is gone from your family.
We came to a point, at least I finally had to say, God, I know all my kids are yours.
But just because something's hard doesn't mean you get a pass at not doing it.
Knowing and resting in the fact that God has control. If I try to control it, it's just going to stress me out more. But if I rest and have peace, knowing that He is in control, then He will take care of it, and I won't be stressed out.
The children in my home and I have benefited from ambassadors for the last 10 years.
In every placement, specifically our first one, we took 3 kids in the dead of winter. One of them had shoes, the rest did not. We had no coats. We had never been parents before. And we didn't have anything. We had one crib, and that was it. And so we were told about ambassadors, and we were able to come in and get them winter coats and get shoes and get clothing and pajamas and stuff to get us off the ground.
That there's people out there that have your back and that want to come alongside you. When you come into Ambassadors, you absolutely feel that people want to help you.
It seems like every kid we have, somebody loses a tooth. It never fails. Every kid says, well, the last time I lost a tooth, I got $20. And so we laugh about the $20 tooth fairy. We've had other foster families text us and say, or adoptive families, so did the tooth fairy really leave $20 at your house? So they take that gig on with them.
September of 2015, Mike decided to take a Polaris Razor out joyriding on a trail and flipped it and busted his hip. And so that Monday, I got him in his chair. I'm like, got him a drink, got him something. I'm like, you're good for an hour or two, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, he's like, where are you going? He's like, I can't do anything. And I'm like, you're fine, right? And he's like, yeah. So I leave. I don't even tell where I'm going. And I come home with a baby because I'd gotten a call for a placement. And he's like, what in the world? I can't even, shower. Who's going to take care of me and the baby? And those two are two little peas in a pod now. Her adoption will be finalized next month. And so they're little inseparable because he couldn't move. So he's the one that fed her and took care of her because he just sat there and rocked her in the chair. And so then that's Daddy's little girl now. And so it's kind of a funny story because I just didn't tell him. I just went and got her. Shut up, hey, surprise!
It's a little bigger than like bringing home a dog.
A little bit, yeah.